Hey guys, so tonight I figured I was just gonna kind of walk y'all through what I have in like my everyday makeup bag, the bag that I take to my parents' house if I'm gonna shower there and get ready, the bag that I take to Parker's other grandparents' house if I'm gonna get ready there, like, you know, if I have to go anywhere, or if I'm just like doing my makeup at home and I just need to like sit on my bed and get ready while I play with Parker or whatever the hell I have to get done at that point. So these are definitely favorites or things that I'm like testing out a little bit. So there might be a couple of things in each category, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna say, if y'all have not watched Jen Luvs Reviews, she did a live stream earlier today. Today is Sunday, so yesterday when y'all see this. And she had like 5 Black creators in a live video with her. Oh my god, I was watching it like right before I came on to film this, and it was giving me chills. It was so good, and it just like, it blew my mind. So if y'all have not watched that, I would 100% recommend watching that, and I will link it in my description box below. But now I will get into what's in my everyday makeup bag. So I have 3 kind of like, not primered, but primary things I put on my face before my makeup. I am testing out this Coola Mineral Face Sunscreen with a matte finish, and I got this in BoxyCharm last month, I think. I've been using this for the past week and a half, I would say, and I really like it so far. So it hasn't broken me out or anything like that, and it's SPF 30, it's organic, and I really like it. The other 2 things I have are, well, these 2, but the first is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. This is just like a go-to for me if I don't know what I want to do, or if I'm not like gonna be out in the sun and that kind of stuff. I will put this on every time. And I also have another sample, well, not sample, but like mini size of the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Sunshine Drops. I love to put these on my face before my foundation or like tinted moisturizer, whatever I'm using. I think this just gives you like such a nice bronzy glow to your skin. And then the 2 kind of like foundation-y products I've been carrying around with me are the Pure 4-in-1 Love Yourselfie. I went on their website and I just got like 5 different shades of these little like travel sizes. So I have shades for like all year round, and you know, I haven't run out of one yet. I do have a full size in this shade, and I will probably just like keep filling this up once I do run out of it. But I keep this in my bag at all times. I absolutely love this, and it mixes really well with my Clinique Moisture Surge, is that what I said? Sheer Tint Hydrator, and this has an SPF of 25. So these mix together really well. The shades like really complement each other, and they work together really well. That's what I have on my face today, and it's just kind of like a nice tan color for me. And right now for concealer, I just got the Benefit Boing concealer, like the little pot one. I got it because of my gorgeous bruise, but I'm loving this. I've used it maybe the past 2 or 3 days, and I really like this. It's what I have under my eyes right now. It's not super brightening, and I have the shade 1, so like there wasn't anything lighter than this, but it has a really like nice creamy formula, but it sets down really nice, and I find that it kind of like creases one time, and then I pat it out and it doesn't crease again. So I've really been liking this. And then I also have my Hourglass concealer in here. This is kind of another go-to for me now. I know it's relatively new, but it's just really good. It has amazing coverage, and I have nothing bad to say about this. And it's super creamy, but it's also like, it sets down really nice when you want it to. Then for setting my under eyes, I have my Laura Mercier pressed under eye setting powder in here. This is in the shade 1, and it's amazing. I love it. I've talked about it a bunch. I've talked about it in favorites, and it's just really amazing. It gives you a nice, like, I always say this, but I don't want to say luminous, but it's also not totally matte, so it just kind of gives you like a good creamy texture to your skin. And then for normal powders, I have these 2 right here. I, of course, have my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade 2. This one I am getting low on, but of course I do have a backup. But this is like my everyday powder. I absolutely love it. And for days when I go, like, if I just throw a little concealer on my face where I really need it, I will go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder. And since it is like a powder foundation, it gives me just a little bit of coverage, but it's not cakey, and it's super quick and super easy. And I feel like it like allows bronzers and other things to just blend better on my skin than if I was just going in like with nothing on it. So I love this. This is like one of the first powder foundations I ever used, and I think I will always love this. So I actually just got a few new brow products, and I just threw them into my everyday makeup bag so I can really test them out and see what I think about them. The first one is the Foolproof Brow Powder from Benefit. It looks like this on the inside. It has 2 brow like powder shades, and it tells you up here on the mirror like to fill in the beginning of your brow with the lighter and then the tail with the darker. So I've only used it a couple times, but it looked really good at both times. Then I also have the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I've loved this for a really long time, but I never tried the shade 3.5. I finally got it, and I'm obsessed with it. I feel like this is like my perfect brow color. So I definitely need to just stick with this one. I was using like 2 or something before, and I just never, like, I loved the way it looked, but I didn't love the color of it. So this is amazing. And they recently came out with a gray gimme brow. This is amazing because I really like a cool toned brow, and I've been putting in like platinum, teal, rose gold, like just different shades into my hair, so it hasn't just been a blonde or a brown or whatever. So this has been so good. I have it in my brows right now, and it doesn't look like gray, you know, like it's not like silver in my brows or anything, but it's just a really good cool tone. And I think anyone who has like really platinum hair would absolutely love this. Then the last brow product I have is this Milk Kush Triple Brow Pen Crayon, and this is the one that has the little like divots in it. And anytime I want like a more precise like hair stroke at the very front of my brow, I will go in with this first and then just go in with like a gel or whatever. So a lot of times I just kind of mix all of those, but they're all really good so far, and I'm really loving them. Then for eyeshadows, I have my Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye Pop for the Charlotte Darling look in here. It's such a good little 6-pan palette. I've talked about this a ton already, and I just feel like it has the perfect everyday shades in it. But I've also been keeping these on me. And these are the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadows. I have these on my eye. Actually, I have one of these on my eyes right now with a topper that I'm about to tell you on top. These are freaking amazing. They are so good. So with these, I dot some across my like crease, and then I take this big fluffy brush from ABH and I just like go in and really buff it out, and that's all. Like, that's all you have to do. So easy, so simple. I'm obsessed with these. These are like my summer go-to because they also have an amazing staying staying power. So I highly recommend these. And then on top right now, I have the Hourglass Scattered. I always thought it was Shattered Lights. Anyway, I have the color Ray here on top of my eyes, and it just gives such a nice shimmer. I love it. For eyeliners, I have a few. I recently got the Hourglass 1.5 millimeter just like gel liner, and it is super duper tiny. I've been tight lining my upper waterline with it, and it's so good. It does not budge, and it's so tiny that you can really like work it in up between your lashes. So I love this. And then I also always have the Haus Labs liquid liner. I really love this. It's staying so like sharp and good, and it's not fraying. I've had it for a few months at this point. It's not drying out, and I really use this a lot. I cannot wait to get the brown shade. I think it's called Whiskey, so I really want to get that. And then I also have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner in here, and this one is just such a pretty like kind of purpley, more burgundy brown shade. So if I don't want a black liner, but I do want a little something going on above my lashes so they look a little bit fuller, I will kind of smudge this in there. And then I also have my Tarteist double-ended. I just honestly always keep this in my everyday makeup bag. It's the double-ended, has the felt tip on one side. This felt tip has also stayed very, very pointed, and the gel part has not dried out, and I've had it for quite a while, so I love this. This is also really good for tight lining, especially if you're doing like false lashes and you really need to like conceal a band or something like that. Then I have the Velour Lashes Lash and Go. This has been like a godsend for me. I love this. I still end up going in with my normal like liquid black liner, but I just use a tiny bit of this on top and apply my lashes. It looks so much better like that. There's no glue to cover up, and I love this. Last but not least, I have this Milk Gel Liner. This is the nude shade. It has a sharpener and a smudger, and then the gel on the other end. This is just a really good shade for my like lower waterline when I really want to brighten my eyes up. So I love this. It's something about the shade that makes it so special, and it also stays really, really well. But the shade isn't too brown, and it's also not too white. So I love this. So I probably should have talked about this first, but this has been living in my makeup bag lately. This is the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is in the shade Light, and it does a great job at concealing any veins, anything like that. And I don't know, it's just a really good base, and it really kind of, it's very easy to blend out on. I usually always set my eyeshadow bases. I don't have to with this, so it just dries down to be like the perfect texture. And also, while we are on eyes, I have the Kat Von D KVD Vegan Beauty Alchemist Holographic Palette on me. And this I just love for an inner corner highlight. I think it's so fun, and it just kind of gives you that nice bright pop and makes your eyes look more awake. I'm always exhausted, so that's always great for me. And I don't know, I know not many people love this brand, but they have some really good formulas. So last for the eyes, I have two mascaras that I am carrying around right now. The first is the Marc Jacobs at Lashed. I keep going on and on about this. I love it. I don't know what it is about this wand because it's very classic. Like, it's nothing special, but it is just so volumizing. It layers up so good. You can look like you're wearing false lashes if you like manipulate this enough. Then I also have the Huda Beauty double-ended Legit Lashes mascara. I'm not a huge fan of the volume side, but the curl and lengthen side is pretty good. So sometimes I will put the Marc Jacobs on first and then layer the curl and lengthen on top, and I really like the effect that that gives. Okay, so for bronzers, I have three because if you have ever watched my channel, you know that I am just a bronzer whore. The first one is the Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer in Seychelles, and this one is just like the one that beat out all other cream bronzers. I have a whole video about it. I had, I think, 19 or 20 cream bronzers and contours that I was like testing out and getting like a feel for, and this one is just perfect, at least for my skin, for my tone, for all that. It does only come in 2 shades, which I wish they would expand. I feel like they might because I think this has been a really, really big hit. So I have this on right now and I love it. It also layers beautifully with the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer, which of course I had to throw in my makeup bag as soon as I got it. This is in the shade 2. That is what I'm carrying around right now since I don't have much fake tan on or anything like that. I do layer this up a lot, but it's just, oh my god, like, I just had a feeling I was gonna love this because I love her brand so much and I love bronzers so much, and I really do. Like, this formula is just amazing. The last bronzer I have is the mini of the Tom Ford O2 Gold Dust. This is just like an amazing, it's an amazing bronzer, like just point blank. But I love to layer all of these, and that is what I have right now. I feel like it just like between the Tarte cream bronzer, it's almost like a little bit of contour, and then you're kind of like really bronzing up your whole cheeks with the Charlotte Tilbury, and then this has just like a little bit of shimmer in it, and it really just like tops it off, and like where you really want that bronze, that like it just, I sound insane. If you're not like a bronzer-holic like I am, I'm gonna sound insane, but that's okay because it's the truth. So for blushes, I have these two baby blushes. This first one is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow. Did I say bronzer again? I meant blush. I don't know what I'm even saying. But anyway, this is in the shade 04 Coral. I was about to say 02 Coral. I'm not sure why I thought that, but 04 Coral, and it's a really good everyday, like peachy, corally, pretty, it looks really good with like bronzy skin, and that's just what I'm all about in the summer. Then I also have this mini hourglass in Radiant Magenta. This is on the pink side. Well, this is a pink blush. So between these two, I can either mix them and have kind of a pinky corally vibe. I can just have the pinky, just the coral. You know what I'm saying? So this is so pretty, and it also has that ambient powder in it, so it's just such a nice finishing touch on your skin. Then I have two highlighters that I love. The first one is this Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter. I just got this one, but I've had the Hustler Baby in a mini size for a while now. And both of these are so nice. This one is a very just nice, subtle kind of shine from within kind of highlight. And then this one is much more impactful. Then I also have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beauty Wand. This is just, I love these so much. This is the second one. I'm almost completely done with an entire tube of this that I got maybe 3 months ago. I've never gone through an entire highlighter, so that says everything right there. Then for lips, I just got these two, but I'm loving them. They're also from Fenty Beauty, and the writing on the bottom is so tiny that I can barely even see what it says. But I think one of them is in thick, and one of them is in uncensored, I believe. One is a little more pinky, and one is a little more corally. That is what those look like. And I also have another Fenty product to top these with, which is the Fenty Beauty Sweet Mouth Gloss Bomb. By far my favorite gloss bomb of all time. It smells so good. It's the perfect pinky gloss. I have another one of these minis. I have a backup of the full one. I have another mini in my purse. I will never go without this lip gloss ever again. I love this so much. And then the final two things that I keep with me, I know this is so excessive, it's insane, but I have two mini sprays, and neither one of these are really setting sprays, but I don't know if I really believe that setting sprays do all that much anyway. I'm pretty sure the only reason I like a setting spray is because it really melts all of my powders into my skin. So the first one I have is the Caudalie, I never know how to say that, but it's the Beauty Elixir Smoothing Glowing Complexion Spray. And the second one is the Lila B Aglow Setting Mist. I love this one. It's my all-time favorite, but the other one is a very close second, and it's a very similar kind of vibe. So I think that is everything that I wanted to talk about. This was way longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought this would be a little 10-minute sit-down chit-chat video, but I was wrong, like always. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope y'all are having a good one. I hope you are getting through everything okay, and I am sending lots of love. So I hope you are having a great day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one.